关声音 ，sorry。Hello， 欢迎大家来到我们的四佬打边炉。OK， 麻烦大家帮我们 like and share。OK，welcome to follow Hotpot. Today we have someone that's speaking English next to us. So today we have to convey this interview in English. OK，please help us to like and share.
Our first ever English version.
Yeah.
Also modeling version.
And our modeling
First
version.
modeling.
We had so many entrepreneurs before, all 38 episodes, and today we have
The
very
first,
start.
English.
Instagram influencer and a supermodel. You get it?
Yeah, supermodel can stand up and let us see and turn around and look at you.
No problem.
Ah,
It's like that.
Me.
Wow, it's a music. For your information, she's taller than Sambal.
Actually, I am taller.
So today,
This is called model lah. Model normally
model
quite
mah.
tall.
Yes.
Yeah.
高啲我做 model 啦。So
Okay, I think we like and share first. Okay, let's like and share. Okay.
Sure.
Hashtag follow Hotpot. Okay, thank you everybody. Please hashtag follow Hotpot. Today we have a super model next to us. If you want to know more about model life and how this model maintaining this so healthy skin and through his diet and how he's exercise as well, and then you want to know more about model industry, today we are here to share about model industry. Okay, and then not only model industry, I think she's also someone that very health conscious and very have a very kind heart as well, because Sambal know her through charity drive. Okay, that's why Sambal invite her to our this show to let our audience to know more about her. Yeah, and then inspire people to be healthy, to exercise, and to be doing charity drive. Okay.
So thank you. Today we have, her name is Miss Sunshine Aileen.
Louder, please.
Miss Sunshine, and her name is really in the IC.
Yes, it's actually in my IC and website. I must say that I would say that it was such an impeccable introduction.
Wow.
Thank you so much and for having me over here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I would say being a model is something that I've never thought of.
All right.
I'll continue on where we're going to get after this more.
All right, sure.
So yes.
Okay, before we start, we have to introduce ourselves first. Okay,
Yes.
I have to introduce myself first. Today I'm not using Mandarin. I have to say I am. Hello everybody. Welcome to our follow Hotpot. I'm Organic Lau here.
I'm Kangkung佬here.
I'm Sambal.
I'm Roti佬.
Okay, hello.
How about her? What we call her?
For me, I'm going to call, I would say, Model
姐. You can speak Jie this word.
Only the word
You will
Jie
know
only.
more about her. We are so surprised just now when we talked to her. Jie means sister.
Oh, sister.
Oh,
And then a new word today.
Sister.
How interesting.
Okay, and then before we start, we always will treat you some very good food.
我哋忘記我哋嘅
our slogan we forgot already.
What is
You have to follow us.
我哋俾we let Organic 佬 shift his right brain.
I don't know.
So we have a slogan that we have. We call 四佬打邊爐，努力一定揾到路。You try to follow 啦。
細佬打邊爐，
努力一定揾到路。
努力一定揾到路。
Wow. Okay.
Why that is so difficult for me to remember this?
English.
There must be a way.
冇啊，我哋講廣東話。
講廣東話。We share 我哋考佢。
I just moved the mouth.
OK，嚟啦。四佬打邊爐，努力一定揾到路。耶！Okay, welcome our model Jie. As usual, we will treat you some very healthy breakfast set that's from our follow, and it's combination of four of us lah. Okay? And this is sourdough purple sweet potato bread that's from Roti佬, and on top of it you can see there's Sambal, there's Sambal there, and then there's a Kangkung佬, there's a organic kangkung he just plucked maybe 1-2 hours ago, and this another bread also on top got a vegan spreads. Okay, vegan pumpkin spreads. Okay, not to forget, I'm Organic Lau. Definitely I will treat you some very nice drink.
This is like all for breakfast, right? I can actually have this for my breakfast.
Yeah, we are having it almost every day.
Actually, you know what? Spinach is my favorite because I always love the Muhibbah pie. Papa, they say, man, you know, they always say when you eat more spinach, you become more healthier. Generally, that's what my mom used to train me.
Oh.
And this is interesting. I really can't wait to taste this.
Please. Okay, this is my Organic Lau, and this is fried green and tiger mushroom.
Yes.
Yeah, you have it for you. This for you.
That is a mushroom called tiger mushroom.
Yes. Okay, and it's actually one of the national property of Malaysia. Okay, it's a very treasure. Last Malaysian there's tiger. When tiger there's cup, there's milk. When they drop on the floor, they grow one type of mushroom called tiger mushroom. And this mushroom is actually very high in antioxidants, and actually it's good for our lung. So it's very important during this pandemic that we drink this. I've been drinking this since MCO1 daily for these products because it's good for lung.
I really like the taste. So how do you actually mix it? Okay, how many?
I just put 1 packet of this and 2 tablespoons of this.
Okay, so what is this?
And then I just shake. And this is 5 green. Inside got big glass, barley glass, kale, alfalfa, and broccoli. And all is organic. 5 types of green.
I would say all the organic products that I usually would go for.
Yeah.
The alfalfa, you name it, and also
Kale,
like,
big grass,
I love
barley
kale
grass.
This, no wonder it tastes exactly to something that I always like to have.
Yes.
Something I always consume. I think this is very good for the skin as well.
Correct.
Out there, if you want to live longer, I think it's always important for you to have very healthy.
You love it? Okay, that means your body is really good.
I love it. I would say I adored it.
Oh.
Everyday consumption right now.
Go.
Out there, seriously.
When I first let Sambal to try this, he don't want to eat. He don't want to drink.
The body rejected it.
Yeah.
But, okay, because I know Min Bao Lo lah, him like I taste everyone. I taste like Kangkung already. Just now I taste the drink.
Min Bao Lo.
Everything. So Sambal Lo 我都食咗頭先。
Wow, no Cantonese also. Wow.
No, it's just that part of me itself. I get very confused. Remember? So I want to try the sourdough bread here. So this is actually spreaded with pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin kaya.
Pumpkin kaya.
And vegan. Yeah.
And vegan. Okay, we're going to take a
Our
bite.
friend just said, Shaza, me also consume green powder. Sangat kau.
Zaza.
I cannot.
Wow. This is really good.
Oh, Zaza, yeah.
It's so
She
bright.
become healthier and healthier. She's one of my colleagues too.
Okay,
Yeah.
hi Shazia.
Hello.
Consume more, trust me.
Goodbye.
Bye, sekali memang. I have always been a fan of BMS Organics.
Thank you very much.
So today we have her here today. I said,
Yeah.
I told the organic law, I said, this is peminat tegar ni kak, peminat tegar.
I'm a
BMS
minat yang setia.
Oh.
Setia pada Allah dan negara. Sekarang kita dah jadi keluarga. Gitu.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
So I would say the bread is very good because I've tasted sourdough before. I think the one with the yeast is usually very thick, This is the one I eat, and it does not really give a good after feeling when you eat and chew it. Because this, when you chew it, it's easier to swallow. At times it gets like literally you feel it gets stuck in your tongue. You feel like your tongue is battling with the bread. But the bread, it's allowing you to actually be a friend to your tongue. Okay. So when you eat it and taste it, let me just take another bite myself before we start moving
I
on.
think
to
in
the
one
next one.
episode, she already, explained the entire 40 episodes we have.
It's so good. And the pumpkin kaya, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
God,
I think
it's
this is
mind-blowing.
the only pumpkin vegan kaya in the market right now that Roti came out. Okay, because normally kaya have egg, but he successfully removed the egg and make it vegan. And this is the raw kangkung.
I love eating raw kangkongs and kale. I know I eat my kale always.
Kale is
raw.
very high in antioxidant, it's alkaline. That's why overseas they've been crazy about kale right now. Yeah, and Malaysia slowly lah.
I
Okay.
don't think so. We are not late bloomers.
Oh, okay.
We literally began.
Oh,
We are
okay.
the ancestors of kales and all this greenery stuff.
All right.
Okay, so what's coming up next? Tell me. Besides all this, I'm going to save it because I don't want. It's just so tasty. I want to keep it for later.
Okay. So maybe Sambal can start to ask some questions.
Yeah, I mean, since we are doing charity together, I mean, for past few months already, I think
Yes,
we've
yes,
done this.
yes, that's right.
So what? I was quite surprised, to be very honest. When I go there, we met with Arif. Arif's my friend, so I said, okay, let's do this charity. I've been doing it for quite like some time together with him. Then I saw, hey, ada model lah, weh. Model ni datang buat charity. I was quite intrigued myself. I said, oh, very nice to have her around. Beautiful lady. Giving up.
This is what drive you go and continue to do, is it? Sambal, tell me the truth. Oh, Joanne is watching, right? Isn't that the same, right?
But
I hope I don't get shot.
but it's quite a very, interesting sight to see, So I said, very refreshing to have her around. And then I say, oh, what's the name? Sunshine. Wow, memang
Wow,
Sunshine. The name
memang
Sunshine
Sunshine,
some more. Like matahari lah. I say.
Actually, I would say that is my given name. I just want to rephrase back. Yes, a lot of people ask me in the public or probably in the modeling world, they always thought it was my stage name because it's so common, especially.
I thought it was stage name
In the
until you gave me the
entertainment world,
name.
you name it. Everyone will have apple lah, orange lah, you name it, all sorts of fruits, and then all sorts of weather to weather their name.
Then you
like
got
for my
sun?
case, Sunshine. It's like
Okay.
everyone's thinking, like, really, your name is Sunshine? Because I get this very cheesy. A lot of people say, I can be your moonlight.
Oh.
Sunrise.
I didn't do that.
I am my only sunshine, only sunshine. So thank you so much. I would say for me to be a part here, I've always had this charitable heart since I was young.
Yeah, what drives you? What drives you?
I would say I'm a people's person, and for me, it's all about compassion. Even talking about this, I can get so overwhelmed because compassion comes first, empathy comes first, and humble.
Wow.
Humbleness, humility. Because everywhere that we go, people are so perspired with material stuff. They just want to know what I have, what you do, and this kind of stuff, and who are you, how much money you have in your bank. But no one have ever say and speak it, you know what, we are here to save people's life. We're here to save humans. We want to spread humanity because people intend to forget. And when you do something, right, it's with a purpose. This is something I believe. Does not mean that because I want to be famous, publicity, okay lah, take a picture, ting like that, I'm giving money. No, it's not about that. For me, I always believe when you're going to give out charity, you put yourself low. If people are a beggar or prostitute, or maybe an orphanage kids, or dumb and mute person, or probably itself they have disease, because I personally have even visited HIV victims and AIDS before. Of course, it's all
Correct.
But I see such a way we are so grateful. We forget about gratitude. So today here I want to speak, we have to practice gratitude, compassion and humanity. Because when we practice that itself, one person have that like example, you have that, right? No, they got a kin min lah. So from there we met each other, we started contributing, just one light spread to another light. And we give it out to everyone. So everyone is evolving, everyone is like literally resonating in the light. And the more we spread, the more stronger we get.
Correct. That's the butterfly effect, right?
Yes, it is the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
I think you really speak out our mind lah. That's what we've been trying to, but we are not so eloquent. We can't really speak out that much. How to describe it? I think she described it so wonderfully today.
Yeah. You know when you're saying that, actually just now the compassionate heart that come from her mouth, we also feel the same. Like especially just now without the gratitude hearts, like every Wednesday when we go to distribute like what you're doing the charity drive, that they actually not only we have those people that actually we are benefited more. We actually inspire us to be very grateful that what we have.
Okay, so was always telling us, he said, look at us, we are so fortunate.
Yeah.
We are so fortunate.
At least I would say that we still have hand, we still have everything still
We actually
well.
went to a few families who, like you said, literally saying that no eye.
So true. I'm getting goosebumps here right now because for good fortune, the fact that whatever we say is so true right now. I think people can breathe and can feel it.
Yes.
So when you speak with, I would say, liberty, right? You speak with integrity. It's like people can really feel it. I hope like everyone out there, you hear our voices as well. You can really feel that we are here to actually practice this love together, this compassion together, this gratitude together. Because without practicing this, we won't be able to go far. Without practicing this, probably the world will become a worse place. And also, I believe if you realize that all of us now have positivity, especially during this COVID month.
No. I don't have positive.
Okay. No.
We call it now, we changed another term, we call it dynamic energy now.
Oh, yes! Give a high five to that. I love that name, dynamic energy.
Tak boleh juga. Itu positivity dalam komunikasi.
Okay, the dynamic force energy. So that's like all vibrate in the energy.
Yes.
Okay, so why you say you're not? Why you say you're not
Dynamic.
so positive at all?
Positive.
Positive. Okay, now he's a dynamic
Dynamic
synergy.
Correct.
Alright, so dynamic synergy. I really strongly believe all this while. Since young, can you use the optimistic as well?
Yeah, sure. Optimism is okay,
So,
fine.
optimism, I think it's important. I always believe in energy. Let me just say that because ever since that I've been a model for the last 16 years, I would say my whole process since I started 14 years old till now, there's always ups and downs. There's always sketch. I start from scratch. So literally from 14 years old, slowly when my mom used to be my manager, she used to follow me everywhere because I was very young.
Right.
In my 21, go to an agency and so forth.
Yeah.
And I started by winning a competition. I still remember. And Amber Chow was my judge.
Oh.
Okay, and it was like literally, I would say it was a recycle. You see, everything is like engaged to eco-friendly as well. And my mom personally was the designer. She stitched this beautiful dress for me. It was a pencil skirt dress with the sign of recycled by using all the recycled straws. She turned it itself. So it has a pink, it has a green, and also have like a white.
All right.
So together, she put it all together. So it's beautifully done, the umbrella, and she does a beautiful hat for me, and also a top, a crop top.
Wow, you still remember that? That
still
must be your
remember.
first dress that's from your
My
mom.
first dress from my mom, and I won 5,000, and a Louis Arden watch, and like Emma Chow was like literally there, and I was like, shit, she's my idol.
All right.
And everyone was like literally more, I think, older than me. So it was my first time, and I was the youngest. I never thought of winning. I just thought, let's
That
just
time
try
it
and
was
have fun.
14 years old?
14 years old.
Wow, 14 years old.
And I never even, to be honest, my first show, right, usually everyone say have to go for, catwalk classes. Yes, you have to go. I did enroll after that. But imagine then, I never go for catwalk classes.
Wow.
I don't know, it's just coming naturally.
I think later you have to do a catwalk for us. Because always done by Sambal one. I don't know whether he do right or wrong.
Sambal later follow.
We're going to do a challenge.
You see this vlog later. Ending our ending.
Straight.
Okay. All right.
So that's how it begins. Ever since then, I think I have stepped up to another fate. From 14 years old, I never thought of being a model because I wanted to be a policewoman.
Policewoman.
First, yeah, I want to be
Wow.
in like DSP and ASP because I want to catch crimes.
Wow.
One of us don't want to be
Here. He wanted to be a police one. 正义感 because of the.
Okay, I do not know what's happening. Okay, what's happening?
Did you hear that she actually can speak different kind of language?
其实他会讲。
她会讲华语。我刚才听到你讲华语耶。
现在我们
我们转 channel， 现在讲华语
in Chinese
啊，
我都要学华语，
这是 Satu Malaysia 可以讲华语，讲得比Sambal佬还好。
更好。
是我们配了啊，我们配啊，我们真配，我们全部在这里，就是最重要，我看是我们一定要 compliment each other。
对。
所以如果你知道会讲多或者会讲少一点那个语言，可是我们要继续就是要学习。
继续学习。其实
学习哦。
好奇你在哪里学到华语的？
哦，这个是很好的 question。
哦。
我小学读6年，中
国民型华小
对，
华文小学，
侨民小学。
哦。
差不多6年，然后等过后中1到中3也是在 Kangkung。
哦。
我的 college 呢，其实我的 senior 在我隔壁。巴杜拉曼，我刚刚认识，我刚刚才知道他是。
这样你的
是他正在講華語。
哇，厲害啊！即係我知道你都可以講廣東話，咁你可唔可以學廣東話？
哎呦，真係好熱啊！而家我飲咁多語言，
才多咪而家咁
係啱啦。我講我呢個財咧，什麼都係我俾翻，我唔該係我嘅家人。我的家人其實很重要，我要感謝他們，尤其是我媽媽。我真的很疼他，因为他是交代我们从小的时候，就是他就是邀请，就是邀请还有请。我小的时候就是很难听，我不要上小学、中校，每次跑走。可是因为我小的时候就是在伦敦，我们以前是在那边住。但过后的时候就是 this white bread kid，like literally I'm a white kid，I speak in British all the time。但他讲你其实呢，你大了你会感谢我，你一定要上中校，一定要上中校，你一定会有好处的对你。
妈妈，
哇，妈妈，给个掌声，妈妈先，来，我们给个掌声，妈妈。哇，妈妈很
我的妈妈，为什么？我的妈妈。看媽媽，
冇想到我幫你教訓呢個5翼仔，
我幫你教訓佢啦。
咁講嘢㗎你，有得俾你食，有得俾你自己讀書就好啦。
嚟，緊工食緊工。
哦， 哇，你妈妈就是很有远见，她知道要跟你学华语。
对，不止我，其实我两兄弟，我也是有2个弟弟嘛，他们两兄弟也是就是有学小学，也是上华校。
哇啦，很好嘞。
可是当我们出门的时候，因为我们家人全部看到好像很好看，因为我们是不同的颜色嘛。我爸爸是印度人，当我说我爸爸是印度人，没有人
这样你会
信。
讲，这样你会讲印度话？
是哦。
跟Daddy 啊
Oh my god！
Sorry，啥不呀？
太强了！太强了！
我们男人。
One Malaysia. Now we have a totally one Malaysian inside.
One Malaysia inside totally.
That is a very broken Tamil.
But we don't know.
Because my Mandarin and Cantonese is so much better, or my English and Malay, but Malay is so much better than my Tamil.
So actually, when I knew her, we speak in Malay. I thought she was Malay. So Malay was like impeccable. Oh, perfect Malay. Suddenly, why I was intrigued? Because I heard,
Actually, what I heard from her, right? Just now she mentioned about her mom. I think her mom has been, I mean, instilling her all the nilai murni. Right?
True.
You still remember what's nilai murni, right?
Yes.
Yes.
很好哎，道德的灌输非常好。
About moral, I actually got A for moral as well.
Oh, you are. Sorry, I'm top student of moral. He's the ballet. This guy the ballet. No, he quiet number one. Quiet number one.
So quiet, you know.
Roti佬
You can sing very well.
佢有問題俾你嘅，佢有問題俾你嘅。
If you say you can sing，我也是要聽下唱歌，其實。
哇，你和张团的呀，你讲。和张团的。哎，讲起唱歌，刚我听他唱2句，真的很好听。你可以唱一首华语歌，清唱一首哪一首怎么样？
可以啊，其实我小时候从4年级、5年级、6年级，我是参加非华语比赛，尤其是歌唱比赛。
哇。
Besides that，
刚才那首咯，刚才那首很经典的。
我就是我的老师全部就是一定会叫我听，所以我是在听。其实我最喜欢听的歌是，尤其是从真理来。
从真理来。
真理。哇。那个歌星是真理。
真理啊！哇啦，那个穿衣服，那个很美的哦。对。
就是我看他是不是我的年代？
不是咯，刚你唱的
婆婆的。
刚才你唱的，所以刚才我看你唱那首歌，我就觉得 Oh my God！
你是我的年代，
你的年代不，我们跟你不同年代了。还讲现在我的女儿唱回以前的歌，你知道吗？他们现在流行回以前的歌，你知道吗？
我觉得其實當我
阿媽嚟咗，阿媽嚟咗啊！
阿媽嚟，
阿媽嚟，我唱俾你聽，歌俾你聽。
OK， 阿媽氹翻先，氹翻嚟，我嚟請阿珊珊唱首歌俾你聽。我幫手幫到叫佢請，陣間我會幫佢揼佢啊。
也許我跌倒，好像不再起來。你是否理解？你是否明白？如果是这样，你不要回来，在我们一起之上有我们的血。 风采，血染的风采。
哇！安哥，我冇得震哇！老味，我都上嚟啊，真係。good 心都上。好啦，哇，唔得。multi talented 咯，很好聽哦，真的，唱到。
So actually today our session is actually asked about MC or semua dah keluar dah.
有
chill and relax, okay?
我们经理的，来，我们经理的。哎呦
，auspicious year ahead.
Thank you.
呀。
Wow, goosebumps, man.
Really. And so happened like New Orleans, like somehow
Then the fireworks.
I was like, wow, this is really, I feel like a Mulan show.
很棒
We all really enjoy it. I know all the outdoors enjoy it as well. Okay.
Malay song ah?
Mesti boleh lah.
Mesti boleh ah.
Malay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no MCO question today.
Yalah. Today all talent song singing.
Okay, can.
saya pun
Malay
try,
song Okay, so beribu bintang di
My song.
langit kini menghilang. Tiada lagi kembang sayang. Ada lupa lyrics ya. Okay, let's go back. Izinkan ku mencuri hayalan wajahmu. Yeah.
Wow. Yang lawa.
Ku mencuri bayangan wajahmu. Oh, maafkanlah. Okay, that's all.
Wow. 太棒了。
Lyrics, I do not know why I'm mumble jumbo there.
廣東歌。
廣東歌啊，要廣東歌。最佳拍檔你錯。I do not know 廣府歌好艱難唱。
Beyond any Beyond？
Oh my God, Beyond！ 哎呦 shit， give me a name， give me a name。
海闊天空。
哎呦，OK，
今天我一兩300幾放縱愛自由。
Okay, that's all I know. Actually, that songs I know, but I forgot like the lyrics. 如果我们真的有 karaoke 比较好啊，我们看下 lyrics 好。
Because she came here today interview.
Actually, we have a question to ask You want to know like your model, right? Because you always don't know what's model life. 可以帮我们 share 一下 about 你作为 model 过后的 life， 就是你14岁嘛，然后这么多年来，其实 model 的 life 很多人都很向往，这样你可以给我们 share 一下吗？
我们很向往，也是很欣赏。我们不是很简单，
不是很简单，
不简单。I would say it's not easy at all. 身为一个 model， 当我们要代表我们自己是很 I would say 不是很容易的东西。Because for me as a model, very important. You have to represent. You have to have good attitude and discipline. 如果你就是没有 discipline 呢，你没有那个 attitude， 你不可以长久，尤其是在这个 entertainment line。所以当我小的时候，因为我的 manager 也是我妈妈，所以很重要。当我们要进入这个行业的时候，尤其是 modeling 是吗？我们要得到一个好的 manager， 我们或者一个 representative or an agent。如果我们自己走这条路呢，是很危险的，因为现在呢，各种不一样的人，很多人好像他们会办一下，我是 director， 我是 producer， 来 OK， 来这个是我的名片，等过后你们就交换。但尤其是那些比较年轻一点的女生，尤其她们很有那个兴趣要做model是吗？她们就上这些酒店过后去拍照，then we end up to
是上我在报纸看到的。
是常在报纸啊，你看到啊，尤其你读到啊。
对，
所以很危险。So for me, my advice is that first thing when you go to a modeling itself, very important, you have to have a manager, you have to have an agent, someone to represent you. So at least you have a gateway to start an opportunity. Then
Risky business lah.
Yeah.
Risky. If you're alone lah. If you're alone.
Risky business.
Tiba-tiba minum alkohol.
Then it all begins with whiskey, then becomes risky.
Yeah, correct.
Correct.
Start with whiskey.
For me as well, because like besides modeling, I'm not just a model. I'm also a beauty queen. I also started acting. I started acting when I was 17 years old. I acted in India, so I went to Hyderabad. Everything I acted with Hollywood movies, big stars with Prasad, Prabhash, Amita. Also local artists. I've acted with Noma Hakim, Aaron Aziz, Nora Danich, Serena Rizwan. I was acting for a good 5 to 6 years. You know. So, but the thing is that I didn't know my direction, even though I was a model. But from a model, people start spotting me, scouting me, because like, oh, you know, 我们真的很喜欢你的态度啊，你很爽啊。作为一个模特，因为大多数的模特是，当你看他们的时候，他们不会笑。如果你有注意到啊，不是，don't get mad with me 啊。
Okay.
You know, because like they are very, some of them very introvert. 如果你看到大多数的 models, like they are very quiet, they're very submissive. They don't have different talents. So, 身为一个 model, I think this is something I also want to encourage. Why recently I've been
She has a company.
Yeah,
She
I
has
have a company. I run a modeling talent event agency since 2013, ever since I won Miss Malaysia Dubai.
Alright.
So it's almost 8 years right now I have, and like we go in mass crowd. I provide about 100 over models. We are talking about Melinda, Louis, Bernard, Chandran, cabin to, like big stars we work with, Jacky, and also like all major brand designers. And not just here, I train models not just in Malaysia. I train models in Colombo, in Sri Lanka, in India,
Wow.
Dubai, I train Nepal, I go to Jakarta. So people hired me to train there and be amused to walk for their show. So I trained
Wow.
about 100 or more models. Even when World Fashion Week was done here in Malaysia, four days back to back, they engaged me, but not as a model provider, as a model choreographer, a backstage director. At the same time, I was also, I would say, a designer, choreographer as well. And also at the same thing, I was a muse and a model. So I was holding 5 roles in one go as World Fashion
Wow.
Week. So 1 minute, I'd be like, okay, everyone queue up, line up right now. Okay.
So it must be busy like hell when you have all these row, 5 row. Imagine 5
I
row.
fainted at the back.
You fainted.
I fainted at the third day because
Wow.
not enough help at all. So I have to call, actually, I would say, Dr. Tiffany, a very close friend of mine. Hi, Dr. Tiffany, if you're seeing here, I'll tag you after this.
right.
We're talking about you, all good things.
All right.
So Dr. Tiffany is Ling Kok Ming's doctor, Ling Kok Ming doctor.
All right.
So Dr. Tiffany, she is of course, the head co-founder of Ling Kok Ming Su. So I work with them very closely. So at that time, we don't have enough people in the background. I just call and say, Tiffany, I need help. I can't be running and doing all this because in my agency, we only have eight I would say, freelance who work together with me. And we have about 100 models to deal with. 8, then me, I have to run the head itself, got so many things to do, so I can't manage too many things, but I managed to beat everything in 4 days itself. And Tiffany just said, okay, I'm sending 30 of my volunteer students right now. They came and helped me. So all I can say that my whole journey, besides being a model, I never thought of being a model. I never dreamed of being a model.
Okay.
But I think it was God's way of telling me, Sunshine, you need to go through this part of a model, and you also need to show and encourage other models. And that's why I have about almost 100 over students under me. My students are doing very well. They all literally have their own products. So I came up with this word called modelpreneur.
Modelpreneur.
Yeah,
Modelpreneur, wow.
Hashtag back on Instagram.
All right.
And recently I've been reigned from Tourism of Malaysia.
Okay.
On January 15 back in Genting Highlands itself. Amber Chair was also there as well. We all got the awards together. So I was reigned by Tourism of Malaysia and also Malaysia Buyer Foundation and the Network as well as Modelpreneur of the year 2019 and 2022.
So
I
it's
didn't
not.
expect this to come. I really didn't expect
It's not just beautiful face, huh?
Yeah, true, I agree.
Very, very.
3 B's, I always say the beauty, brains, and bronze. So if you don't know what's the meaning of bronze, means body, yeah? So beauty,
Yeah. Brain.
and bronze.
Wow.
Today we learn.
We are interested in how you maintain your bronze.
No, it's
Very
not.
fast learner.
Purely.
So how I maintain, you're seeing what I'm doing right now.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers,
Cheers,
everyone.
cheers.
Okay, this is a very good question. Cheers. Very good question. Okay, since young, I would say my mom is very particular. Because like my mom, she likes to cook steamed food. Like of course she's British, mixed Mongolian Chinese.
Alright.
I not know what I'm thinking, what I'm mixed of, and why I can speak this, why I can speak that. Okay, and let me just tell you right now, some people thought I'm Latina as well.
Latina, yeah. I wouldn't. I would have.
I would have to.
They will even speak like, hola, poquito, senorita. Oh my god, every start flying like that, same thing. So eventually they asked me, what race you are. So I'm actually, of course, come think about it, I'm Pan-Asian. So models, we have different category. Mine is actually on the category of Pan-Asian. Because we have the Caucasian, we have the Pan-Asian, we have the Asian, and then we have literally the Africans, and under Caucasians, there's so many different kinds as well. Like we even have of course, the Russians, the Brazilians, the Uzbekistans, you name it, it keeps going the whole entire list.
So you are Pan-Asia.
Mother Pan-Asian. Back to the Pan-Asian story, we are very exotic, eccentric. Why I'm saying this? Because my taste buds seek for something that is so pure. And organic is the only way to purity.
Oh, that's the first time today already.
Okay.
Organics, the only way to purity. Okay.
Very good.
All right, I got it.
Fast learner. We're all very fast learner here.
Yeah.
So ever since young, my mom have always trained us to eat steamed food. I tell you, when she see us eating Maggi mee, so my father loves Maggi mee, he would buy it. So at times he'll say, okay, she said, no, this one is not good. A lot of seasoning, Ajinomoto. Okay, MSG, what is this? You put in your body. Wow, my mom used to cane us when we eat Maggi mee, because even though we go camping all the time, she say, no, you cannot eat Maggi mee, it's not good,
Wow,
You want to eat sek zuk lah, okay, lah, but we 整下粥. 整下粥喎，湯水啊，紅豆水啊，
我有乜都
做
as well
黃因
哦
沙黃因，
又嚟啦！
我好中意飲湯咯，好似嗰啲湯係嗰啲蓮豆湯啊、西洋菜湯啊。I tell you, I am a big sucker. For me, I would just rather keep my stomach free. Because my mom boil the soup, right? It's pure one. She boil like with ribs and all. I understand we are here on vegetarian, but she boil the ribs and it's so pure. She won't mix with anything, any seasoning. But just from the ribs itself, it comes out the soup there. I love Lao. I love lotus. I do not know. I can't just eat the lotus. I love beetroot.
Yeah,
So,
beetroot soup is so nice.
Yes, I love that. And groundnut soup, you know, like all the kind. So for me, since young, I have been, I think in this herbal line, I love this herbal line, organic line. It has grown through me, and that's why I'm very particular. A lot of models, I would say, they don't really practice what they preach. I'm so sorry to say that. I'm not maybe a very honest person.
Okay.
Like for me, the person that you're meeting me here right now is the same thing I'm going to eat in my breakfast. I eat my granolas. I have my skim meal, of course.
Granola?
I have my skim meal.
Okay.
Then I also have my soy protein as well. You're talking about it because I like lecithin. So I consume lecithin too.
The
Chia
vegan
seed.
yeah, got lecithin inside.
I was like, no wonder. I was like,
Okay.
continue later. So, like, I like lecithin, I like chia seed, you know, and for me, I think everything that I eat, it has to consume on a very mild basis because I can't really stand spicy. Yeah.
Okay.
I love like pumpkins. Oh my God. I love like, of course, asparagus. I love my broccolis. At times, what I'll do is
All the things you just had in the steamboat, yeah?
yes, I know. That's why I could not stop eating.
This steamboat, by the way.
I know this steamboat. It was so yummy and tasty. I must say, everything is so fresh here. And most of all, I found the lion mane mushroom very rare to see that around. The corn is so sweet naturally. So I just need to give a bit testimony because it's like so tasty. And it's just that I skipped the eggs. I was just like literally focusing on the vegetable because everything is self-grown. And it's very rare to see like even self-grown here in such a natural organic space itself. You can eat such quality products.
Yeah. Thanks to Kangkung佬.
Kangkung佬,
Grateful to you, grateful to you.
晒你啦！
Mushroom even grow by him right now.
真係好食啊！很好吃，真的。Very nice. I was enjoying. I literally
Thank you.
finished the whole thing.
Like what you have described yourself, and this is what there's food that you is naturally inside you.
Correct.
Since young, it has grown up to me, and I practice. And also, don't forget celery juice. Celery,
really good. I love celery
is
too.
number one thing. I wake up every morning. So what I do is I blend purely. I think very important when a lot of people when they chop the celery, they forget to scrape it. Like you must scrape outside, whatever. So because it's like the dirt, right? It's like 你食包嗰時你唔得咁樣即刻食包㗎嘛，無先你有漂起嘅皮先。So eventually it's the same thing. I scrape it out and then I chop it and dice it and I start eating the celery and I put some sugar. Sorry, not sugar. Salt, Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt. All
So a
right.
pinch of Himalayan salt and some chia seed.
Wow.
And that's like my secret. I'd be like, oh my god, this is so good.
The way I look at her, it's like it's like a cultural mixed pot, you know. Everything, you can see this, can see that. She's so knowledgeable about all the cultural, you know,
That's why just now
practices and habits.
I think the mom, the mama 真的是很厉害，从小给她 steam food 啦，吃这个是那个，她
又嚟啦
很这样子。哇，安迪，
媽媽，
你们会华语吗？
还是会听懂华语，可是我讲廣府話。
鼓励。
強聲鼓勵。
晒文美㗎。
係媽咪啊，阿媽，阿媽你聽到冇阿媽？衰仔你喺度阿媽，坐低。
我同你講，你今日翻去咧，媽聽日就俾你飲 celery juice，唔可以食肉 ，everything have to eat very clean 啊，you don't regret 啊。
你錯啊！依家係我搞。
你叫翻佢係咪啊？
呢個㗎。
OK。買得晏啲，你記得聽日開始兩個一齊啊！好快晏啲就變翻25歲㗎啦。
媽媽的話，兒子的話
交陣。
嗰啲佬好似有
啲有嘢問咯。
唔知喎。
聽講係十蚊佬一講嘛，要係 in the model line，so 我相信 in the model line 同埋娛樂界 MCO 期間，全部人應該覺最大嘅影響㗎啦。So 嗰陣你做咗咩改變
？OK，咁真係唔容易咯，好似我哋
冇工做啊，完全。
好艱難吸收。Okay, so I'm going to speak in English right now.
All right.
Okay, so back in the pandemic, I would say it's not easy because I personally, just last year, 1 month I have about 7 to 8 jobs cancelled. From my runway show, from my event show, from my MC hosting show, everything cancelled. It's stressful. All the way from March, 我最大嘅 event 就係28號 March 好大，其實我都係有 host 一個 Asia 嘅 top model search 係 叫 Miss Pink Lady， 所以你有見到我嘅 billboard。
I was keep looking at that. 咁啦，要得。
係啦，啱我話
就咁啦。
到啫。So basically，我哋嘅 models 都係唔係本地人嚟知冇？咁係從印度啊，好似overseas啊、Myanmar 啊、Indonesia 啊、中國也是有啊 ，Korea 也是有，所以 Southeast Asia 你知道嗎？差不多有12個 contestant。所以 imagine biggest event 差不多有1000個 guests。那時候我們的pandemic started on the 28th of March。就是那一天的時候。全部要 cancel， 我们要，
而且你又准备好了，
全部准备好了。就是我们的 perform 的，就是 Michelle Oma 本来要 perform，我们有那小 Zero 沙嘛很大的，因为上一年我们就是第一年我们是叫 Ella 来 perform， 帮我们 perform， 所以是很 grand 的，尤其是从Brunei 啊，从 Jakarta 或者 Malaysia 这里，很多人是知道那个 brand， 所以我们全部人就是等着要知道我们的 result， 谁是那个 winner。But that time I have to， 就是我们 cancel， so everything have to put on stop 啦。哇。Not just that，and 很多啦，就是当我其他的 fashion show 全部 cancel， 我全部 models 我一定要 forfeit， 也是要，因为我们 book 了他们嘛。所以我们不可以，就是 pay 了是吗 ？book 了，我们收不到回钱。这是我们自己的公司，就是开钱，就是给钱先。So everything on hold，you know what I mean? From March all the way，then 我也是有 host 好像結婚 weddings，everything on hold。
大妗姐都做埋，你可以做大妗姐，我覺得你可以做妗姐。
真係可以，一定可以。
就是也是全部 on hold。You know, it was very frustrating, but during that time 我就是有哭啦，我每天有哭，差不多3个月，每天晚上都早上。又是妈妈最好的啦，就跟妈媽，因為我媽媽是我的好朋友，之後我就跟她聊天咯，跟她講你這麼傻波，你一直哭，不用緊，媽媽在就媽咪喺度，唔使驚，唔使驚。
嚟飲湯。
講得啱啦，就係咁啦，咁
翻嚟飲湯，
就係翻嚟叫我陪佢一齊飲湯，就喺度出咗嚟 ，not just 聊天，唔係飲湯。And then she sit down because before I became a model, I was a beautician. Then 我的老師也是從台灣來的。Aileen 老師就是有學過怎樣做 facial 啊，怎樣做massage 啊，怎樣化妝那些東西。其實我從那邊就開始學，從17歲到我讀我的college 的時候，在Bukit Bintang。但他就講你也是得到你的 MLVK cert 嗎？怎麼你又不要開始過？我講MCO 怎樣咧？怎樣開始啊？不用。他講不用緊，當 CMCO 的時候你開始這個。這樣還是鼓勵我，他講如果 invest in a bit， 我開一個就是 I did at my house， 我去買一個 table， 我的 facial table 就是開始做我的 yin and yang facial。我也是有得到 cert， 尤其是 spiritual healing， 我也是有做這個，有些 chakra alignment。我們聽就是那個 Tibetan， 我們就打，電過後我們就唱1、2、5，就是我們就配我們的 chakra alignment。
哇，你也會 chakra 哦？
對。
哇，打通了嗎？通完了啦。7 chakra，OK。Yes,
7 chakra。但他就想你繼續你做這個東西，電過後我就做我的 vaccine。Imagine 我全部 models 看到，就是 like in the modeling industry， 他們就看到好像媽媽這樣的，you know， 我是也是 give them a lot of guidance and they're students 嘛。So it's like
I bet they're also crying lah.
Yeah. They also, it was very stressful for them, everything. So it's not just they are crying, but they were so demotivated. Very stressful, very stressful. So what we did is that we have to be there for each other during the time.
So that's the purpose of our live show.
I can feel that actually when you speak.
Yes, it was very, we were there for each other. Yeah, I'm like literally always drained right now talking about it. And also during that time, I tell them no matter what, then don't give up.
Don't give up.
I don't know why I'm choking now.
Don't give up, no matter what.
Don't give up.
So okay, this is something. During that time, suddenly at creativity, I started going because I do meditation. So I go in meditation. I always listen to the Om Kanapati Om.
Yeah, the universal word.
Om Pani, you know, I Kanapati Om, and then the universal word. So I go in deep trance, and I also believe in green Tara as well. I do not know.
Wow, ni tu you also know ah? Oh my God.
Correct.
You also know.
So I always believe that, you know, 因为我小的时候就是有一次我有東西發生過，我就是開被觀音。所以我都
係俾觀音。Green Tara is 觀音嘅其中一個眼淚。
其中一個觀音。
White Tara and Green Tara.
Correct.
So you are 綠度母。
Yes, 對。So from there, I always give my gratitude. That's why a lot of people ask me, Christian, you go Buddhist. I say, excuse me, everyone religion teach about love. And love is also compassion. That's why if you can't think about Buddhism, it's about compassion and detachment. And always non-judgmental. You cannot judge people going through hardship, or you cannot say why is this person like that. 这个傻瓜或者这个神经病呢，不可以这样讲。其实我们讲的话是不好的，不好听。因为当你讲的时候，你是其实 reflect 回你自己。So I always tell my model during that time, it's okay, don't stress. Because at the beginning, I was also like that, but my mom is the one who protected me again. Okay, never
Is
mind.
Pauline your
Pauline,
Cassiopeia?
yes.
Wow, hello. We are actually
Another
started to admire her already.
Yeah, I am.
I am already. No, I'm really, really.
It's like I'm talking to 5 different people. It's like,
No,
okay,
it's like
next.
she got great wisdom, The mom has been, inspire her a lot, and then
Thank you so
she
much.
from
So it's
herself,
not
when she
all
speak, like I can feel that you're really into it.
Thank you so much. I'm still practicing, I'm still learning throughout the way. So backstory, then I started buying all these organic products because I have my own cosmetic products actually. In basically November 2019, I started my product. I launched it back in Saro launch. It was quite grand and all this. We have the media to close it. So I came up with the ideas because partly it's to be a prevention against breast cancer.
Oh.
So I don't really encourage women to wear bras, but at the same time, we're very hypoallergenic. As we call it the nip kiss. Okay, I understand this is quite sensitive issue, which I continue next. But I move because I don't want you all to think my main criteria is to prevent breast cancer and also lymphatic poor blood circulation, which a lot of women are suffering, and also skin allergies. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm not wearing, but I'm wearing something which is hypoallergenic.
Okay.
Yeah, because hypoallergenic itself, it's no side effect in doctor terms. So that is my first product here itself, and fingers crossed, hopefully we'll be making it to National Cancer Link very soon. That is one of the products. My second product, I was so bored. My mom is like, you know what, just do what you got to, just believe, just always follow your intuition. And this is something I always want to share with all the models out there. If you believe in your first thought itself, what you really want to do or what your inner voice is telling you to guide through, right? Guide through, guide the flow. Listen to your voice. What is it trying to tell you? Interpret with it, digest it, and have self-reflection. Reflection is very important because when you have reflect back, okay, thank you very much. Because when you have self-reflection.
Nature is with her also.
I love nature, no doubt. Mother Gardener is something that I always like to be myself more anticipated with it as well. I love the ground, I love the earth, I love the 4 seasons. So I think I'm a person that I love what God's creation. I love human, I love people, that kind of stuff. And for me, it's always about that love. So for me, when my models was telling me I was there, everyone was going crazy. I said, I might come by here. I'll do a sound here. I will listen to you. I'll talk to you because my mom can do this to me. If I have my spiritual teachers, I would like to thank Jojo Strikes as well. Pauline is also a very good friend with me. We've been there throughout, especially the pandemic time. Both of us were going through our fair share, but we were also strong to know that we are all rising together. You're not alone. So that's where I found another thing. I came out with this whimsical vanilla cinnamon scrubs. It's a face, it's a lips and body scrub. So it makes pure cinnamon. And this cinnamon are blasted cinnamon from Sri Lanka monastery.
Wow.
Anyway, my mother's friend itself, she always go to Sri Lanka, she always get blessing them. So she has these cinnamons over there that she sells locally. So happy, I was like, I love cinnamon. Cinnamon is one more thing. I love cinnamon. I've been drinking at times. I take a few teaspoons of cinnamon.
Wow,
I mix it with honey.
It's good for your body.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
Correct.
It's like make your body more warm.
Warm, correct. Even turmeric. So I'm always this kind of like a medicine doctor. I love herbal stuff.
Alright.
So I have cinnamon, then I also have red ginger, then I also have like shea butter, I have jojoba oil, sweet almond oil.
Now you're a doctor now.
Then I have a
Wow.
This 6 months
You have
now you're a doctor.
Whatever you mentioned is actually we are selling most of it.
You got my attention. So this is what I've been doing, and I'm turning to a scrub.
Alright.
And within that whole 1 week, I posted on my Instagram. 1 week itself, I saw about 100 of that scrub. Just try it only. Just for fun only. And I didn't think of really doing it, and it went up like hot cakes. And people are demanding, we want more. Just nice when I stopped, I thought like, okay, because I literally handcrafted it all myself, and I'm very particular. I want cleanliness. And before even I do that, let me just tell you, my mom is my witness. I literally went to meditation mode. So I have my So I actually have my Tibetan bowl. And then I have my crystals. I always work my crystals. So I always have my herbal dye. I always have my tourmaline, black tourmaline. I work together. And I just meditate. And then I start literally grinding and making, of course, I wear gloves, clean everything, clean pills. I'll do everything on my own. Like almost, I think about 8 hours, I'll be grinding and brewing everything and packing everything on my own, doing the sticker, everything on my own.
Alright.
So yeah, so I want to share to every models out there, you know, regardless, no matter how times you see how high or how, you know, I would say successful we are. We go through times like that. It's just that times like this, not just models as well. You have to always realize how far you have arrived. The transition. Every bad situation has a good lesson.
We've got a question, but sometimes
Every bad situation,
there will be.
there will be a good lesson.
Shaza was asking.
very much.
Sometimes when we do self-reflection, we always ask why. How do we avoid this?
Okay. Thank you so much, Shazia. Thank you for asking the question. So basically, you see, humans' mind perception itself, we always ask why. But you got to know, at times there's no answer. Certain things are meant not to be asked because the more when you ask why, in the human physiological mind, it's telling you to interpret in a way that you won't be in peace. So what you do is that you learn to let it go.
Let go.
Stop asking why. Okay, even though situation like example, why this bread like does not have, what is that? What didn't have what?
Yes.
Yes, why this bread don't have yeast? Instead of why, take a bite and enjoy it.
Let it
Let it
go.
go. You let it go.
Let it
It's like
go.
you don't start finding out. I'm just giving an interpretation. So Sazia, from today itself, when that thing happened to you, I'm sending you all, transcending you my love, transcending you my compassion, transcending to you my light here throughout the screen. It's okay to ask why. But when you ask why itself, remember, you will never find peace. So the answer is to let it go, take your deep breath, because I do yoga as well.
Wow, I saw that.
Yoga is all about
feel that.
breathing. You breathe and you take in a deep breath, and when you exhale, you say that, let it go, forget about it. Better things are going to come. Because there's no answer to the why anymore. Why do you want to chase an answer when there's no answer? When you can breathe to live for another day.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's impressive. Impressive.
We have reached to
I don't know
our
what to
time
ask
today.
already.
We wish
Let
to
go.
hear more.
Wow. Such a good wisdom.
We think we have to arrange another second version.
It's a wisdom, you know. Whatever you are conveying is a wisdom.
On the 39th episode, I think we have a very, very fresh approach.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
I
that.
would not be here if you guys have not called me, so I'm really appreciative.
But when Sambal said you're big fans of us, and then I said, oh, okay, yeah, why not?
You know
Just
when you
hit.
told me BMS, I was like,
She was like so excited, you know. I said, I'd like to
Thank
meet
you.
the BMS
correct.
owner, the
Yeah,
founder,
you know, last time I
everything.
stress everything alone, not to say anything. I'll go to one time. I sit alone. Like after my fashion show, I finish. Even we have one timer fashion show, fashion week. I don't want anyone come kacau me. I'm going to sit down in BMS, organic, and I just eat. I literally eat myself. So my favorite is always the asam laksa. I always love the the ginger tea itself. It's so good, Then they have like of course the air fried tofu and all this.
Yeah.
So and also they have the lui cha.
Yes, Rita. Oh,
I tell you that one's the best one.
Thank you, Ray. Thanks for the support.
Everything so I really enjoy.
Absolutely. So, Shaza, hopefully you got.
Yeah.
Shaza, I hope what you're finding, you're able to achieve and listen out to this wisdom that we are sharing here over with you. I understand, I do not know why I can sense and tap into, I know what you're feeling. I know there is a lot of, interruptions in life is common. We all go through that. But remember, you're not alone. We are all with you to go through in this process. So the most important that you have to trust in yourself.
And follow us.
Yes, sir. Okay, follow, like, and share.
Follow us.
Walao, man. So naturally you say this word.
High five that very nicely. Very nicely. High five.
And then what? Eat my sambal. I eat my roti.
OK，我看今天差不多了哈，OK，差不多了。然后我们今天直接就送礼物给你了，今天真的是很谢谢你，这个礼物真的 Follow Healthy Breakfast
Before the 礼物
whole set。
You want to see her walk?
Oh yeah. You have to walk only for this 礼物啊。
You from behind walk here to
OK，来镜头转一转来
get your present.
OK， 过后呢，其实那个 runway 过后，我可以拿那个礼物也走。
行 OK， 等一下 OK。
有 music，
知道吗？
有 music。
OK。
看到吗？看到吗？
哇，哎呦。 大家看一看哦，看完
看一看。
对，我的 model 来了。
有歌吗？
No music. No music.
Room the dog. Room the dog. Room the dog. Room the dog.
Doom the. Wow.
哦，
The fireworks.
哇哇！I meet the product.
就再走多一次跟礼物。
哇！
我的最重要是什么 prop 上的什么 product 或者什么衣服，我们带的时候我们要代表的好。
哦。
带几种？
After you will be Sambal 啊，Sambal your turn. Wait, you wait. 你行開啲啊！你破壞到個情景啊你。
Okay, let's walk together. One more here.
How do you want to get it?
My meal model for the day.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, go.
你好硬。
好笑。站走的时候，我们的就是我们的身体不可以来飘来飘去的，其实我们走要很 relax。
哦。
看眼睛看的时候要看近那个镜子，
眼动
所以我们要 engage
audience. OK.
any products？
哇！Thank you. 谢谢。
来不及了
Ready 这招玩了
Yeah. So
做我
much.
哋嘅口號啦。
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks from you
for sharing.
Yeah. Yeah.
今晚我哋就係咁先啦。
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Miss Sunshine.
Before the last, I think you alone walk one time. No. 你學到未？我俾你個號數。No. 我啲 request 我啲 request。唔係我哋要求，當眾要求。哇
Okay, keep going, keep going.
！This one looks like 有個
OK，再走多一次。OK，走得很好。OK，
有请
下一个没有笑，我会。
呢個似兩個基佬啊！
我都有自己嘅 personality 啊，所以咧，你比較好奇一點咯，比較木哦。
OK，拜。
係咁先。
OK，嚟啦，1、2、3，四佬打邊爐，努力一定揾到啦！Good job, good share.